Hello, everyone. My name is Leah from Team Social Anxiety Solutions. Today, I have Sebastian Trier, a former social anxiety sufferer, now a social confidence coach, also from socialanxietysolutions.com. And we're here today to talk about the upcoming 30-day social confidence challenge.
That's
And
right.
so basically, this will be just a very brief interview for you to know more about it and get it started. So, Seb, what is this
Mm-mm.
30-day social confidence challenge?
It's a simple but powerful challenge where I help you understand how to tap for social anxiety. And I'm going to guide you through specific tapping exercises so that each day you're going to get some relief. Each day you're going to feel a bit more empowered. Each day you're going to understand more about why you've been suffering and how you can free yourself, how you can liberate yourself, and actually get to a place where you enjoy socializing.
Why should I join?
Well, you shouldn't join, but if you want to join, you might want to join if you're suffering from social anxiety. That's I could stop right there, but I'll say a little bit more because there's a lot that you should know that you don't know that I'm going to share with you within this challenge. Further, there's only so much that I can share on my YouTube or in the podcasts. When I have a whole 30 days
Mm-hmm.
that we now have that I can sync out, which I have, then I can be a lot more strategic. So things follow on each other. So what you learn after 5 days is built upon what's been done in the previous 5 days, and yet each day in and of itself stands on its own also. So you can even just pick a couple of days to do that sound interesting to you, and you're already going to make some progress. You're going to feel a bit better. But the most important reason that you should join this is you want to reduce your social anxiety, because that's what it's going to do. This is going to be super exciting. This is not just any challenge. That's why I'm promoting it so heavily. I've really poured my heart and soul into this, and thousands of people have gone through this and reported life transforming results, including people who have been stuck for decades. This
Right?
is really, really amazing. So that's why you should join. Yeah.
Amazing. So if I am someone new, so in our YouTube channel, we've been talking about, the journey to social confidence. And we have
Mm-mm.
some viewers who haven't yet started the journey. So if I'm
Right.
someone new who doesn't know anything about tapping, how this
Yeah.
will be helpful for me.
This will be helpful wherever you are at any level. So if you're completely new, you'll get enough information so that you understand what to do and where to go. I literally take you by the hand and I lead you to where you need to go. It is very, very simple. If you're more advanced, even if you have some of my products or you've done a lot of inner work already, you made some progress, as long as you still have social anxiety, this is going to be helpful for you. So yes, that's it. Next question, please.
Next question is this scientifically proven?
Yes, it is scientifically proven. There are 102 studies backing up its effectiveness, published in prestigious journals. And it's in the top 10% of most researched psychotherapy techniques. And there are 5 meta studies done on proving the effectiveness of tapping, showing a very large effect size, meaning it's very effective. And meta studies are the highest level of scientific research. They're the strongest proof. They're even above the gold standard of randomized controlled trials, of which tapping has a lot. And most psychotherapy techniques only have 1 meta study done, and tapping has 5 meta studies done. So, yes, it is scientifically proven. They just don't know exactly why it works. They just know that it works because they've compared groups to each other with control groups in the way, proper science. And these are the results that have come out of it. Now, I say proper science because if you Google and you end up at Wikipedia, which is normally a very informative site, which you can edit yourself, that's what it's famous for. Uh, it actually says that EFT is pseudoscience, but isn't pseudoscience at all. In fact, it meets the criteria for evidence-based treatments set by the American Psychological Association for a number of conditions, including test anxiety, public speaking anxiety, and PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. So it has valid science backing up its effectiveness. And that Wikipedia says that it's pseudoscience. Well, these people probably have a bit of a chip on their shoulder about anything that is alternative. A couple of years ago, there was a petition that was signed by 9,000 plus psychotherapists, doctors, and so on. And it was just laughed at by the Wikipedia guy because he just doesn't like alternative stuff. He likes calling it pseudoscience. So let him do that. That's fine. What you're after is an experience. And when you actually experience the tapping done the right way, you will feel the shifts in your body, and then you know for sure, okay, this is the real deal. So that's what we're doing inside the challenge. So try it out, see it for yourself. There you go.
All right. Next question is actually from someone. Her name is Anna, and she asked, I've tried things in the past and it didn't work. Why will this work?
Because this is different than anything you've tried in the past. And I'm not saying this will work per se, because I don't know you, in a unique situation, unique person. I just know that if you're just dealing with social anxiety, you're not dealing with other issues like severe depression, bipolar, or multiple personality disorder, and other stuff, then this will be very effective for you. Just because changing your thoughts hasn't worked, or meditation or hypnosis or facing your fears, or that is different. That is different than this. This is a completely different approach. Well, you use a different strategy, you use a different approach, you use a different technique. It's very possible that you're going to get different results. This has worked for me. This has worked for hundreds of clients. I've been promoting this since 2009. It's my first video on YouTube. You can hear the psychotherapist on my podcast. You go back to the first episodes. I got 50 plus episodes with psychotherapists, doctors, best-selling authors, researchers. You can find video testimonials on my channel. It works for other people. It works for social anxiety. If you just have social anxiety, it's likely that it's going to work for you too. There you go.
And all it takes is just for you to try. Okay.
Exactly. Even nothing to lose.
Yep. Next question. I've tapped and only been able to calm myself down, but it always comes back. Will this make the anxiety disappear completely?
Right. So this 30-day challenge is not going to resolve your social anxiety forever. That's the bad news. But I'm saying that to be realistic. If you've had social anxiety for your whole life, you've tried a whole bunch of things, you're stuck with it, you're not going to resolve it in 30 days with just a bunch of emails and a bunch of videos. That being said, I don't want to minimize the transformation that you can make either, because people have reported no longer feeling anxious in certain social situations, having the anxiety disappear faster, no longer being triggered by a certain person, feeling more hopeful, being more optimistic, being more self-compassionate, not beating themselves up so more. These are feeling better about themselves. These are huge changes, but they still had the rest of the journey that they needed to walk. Because from my perspective, you want to get to a place where you feel normal and natural around others, and you can just be yourself, where it's no big deal, where it's just normal, natural. It's just, you have to think about what you're saying. It just comes out. It's just automatic. And to get to that place, that's a journey. It requires time, dedication, energy. But this is the start of that journey. This is a kickstart, a flying start. And it's going to be very, very helpful, very empowering. You're going to feel very different, much more empowered, much more optimistic, reduced anxiety, better about yourself, more self-compassion at the end of these 30 days. When you actually show up and you put in the work, that is, not if you don't do anything. If you just sign up and you don't read the emails and you don't follow along with the tapping exercise that guides you through, you're not going to get any results. It's easier to just watch Netflix But if you want to have 2022 be where you feel better, where you are more confident, where you're more at ease with yourself, where you have less of
Mhm.
those crazy thoughts running the show all the time, then you want to join this and start and do the exercises. Yeah.
Loud and clear. Okay, next question. Can I participate anonymously?
Yes, you can participate completely anonymously if you want. Nobody will ever know that you've participated. However, what you might find is so you get an email every day, and at the bottom of the email, you have a video. You click on the video, that brings you to a particular page. Underneath that page, you have the ability to post a comment. You will see
Mhm.
hundreds, sometimes more than 1,000 comments
Mhm.
underneath these videos of people who are sharing how they're feeling, who are sharing their transformations, who are sharing their suffering, the problems that they're dealing with. And this will, for a lot of people, give them a sense of community, a sense of support. Speaking of support, we will be in there with people from our team, people from the previous challenge, people from inside our Social Competence Club, people who have made powerful transformations, who are going to encourage you to keep going because they were where you once were
Yes.
at the start of that challenge, and they're going to help propel you forward. And because all of that is going on, it's a community, and you'll feel safe to actually express yourself. And some people then feel called to actually participate in the comment section. And that might be you too. Now, you might want to go through it completely anonymous. That's okay too, but that's an option that you've got.
That's right. And I know that they can sign up like using a fake name or whatever name they're very comfortable
Yeah,
using.
that's fine.
And
Yeah,
I've seen participants in the past who change their name to their real name at the end of the challenge. So
right.
that's progress in itself.
Exactly.
So last two questions. Um, yeah, someone sent this before. So the concern is she wants to join now, but doesn't have time for this, busy with other stuff. What can you say about this?
um, Make time for it. That's the main message. If how important is it for you to overcome your social anxiety? How much is it affecting your life? What's going to happen to your life if you don't overcome this? How is 2022 going to be for you? You know, you don't have 15 minutes a day, really? I mean, really? Come on. Everyone has 15 minutes a day. You can get up earlier, you can stay up later, you can lock yourself up in a car. You can find 15 days if this is important enough to you. So this is going to be a bit of tough love coaching, but it's bullshit. It's nonsense. You have time if you make time for it. The question is, how willing are you to actually overcome this? You know, and there's also a big part of this problem is that consciously, yes, of course you want to overcome this, but subconsciously, you do not want to overcome this. And everyone is struggling with this. And it's one of the three keys to overcoming social anxiety, actually overcoming and neutralizing this subconscious resistance. Now, because the deeper part of your brain, your subconscious, does not want you to be free of anxiety, it believes that you need that anxiety to be protected, because if you're just yourself, you're going to get rejected, criticized, put down, humiliated, blah, 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 etc. So it's not safe to be yourself. It's stopping you from making this change. It believes it needs to do that, and therefore it sabotages your conscious efforts to do something. And one of the ways that you experience that sabotage is by excuses, like, I don't have time for this, I'm too busy, I don't feel like it. And that's what you're going to experience throughout the challenge as well. That's why we have everyone supporting you, encouraging you,
Right.
because yes, you need to use your willpower in order to do these simple exercises. It's actually entertaining. The emails are entertaining. You're going to learn a lot about yourself. You're going to discover lots of things about yourself. You'll have interesting stories. You'll feel emotional. You'll laugh. Um, it's going to be an emotionally rich experience. And when you do the tapping, you're going to feel relief. So it's all feel good stuff. It's very empowering. And yet you're going to experience not wanting to do it and coming up with excuses. Oh, I'll do it double tomorrow. This Netflix show, I can't get myself to do it. You need to then force yourself to actually do it, to surpass that initial resistance. And throughout this challenge, we will be covering a lot of information on resistance, but not just information, specific tapping exercises to move through that resistance and to reduce and get rid of that resistance. And in doing so, your motivation will go up, 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 up. But at the beginning, before you actually get started, that resistance is strong. And therefore, based on statistics of the previous 3 challenges, more than 50% that join don't even ever get started. Probably because of excuses like this. Oh, I don't have time, too busy, blah, blah, blah. You can find the time. Make the time. Make this your top priority. If you do not overcome this, what's your life going to be like in a year from now? In 5 years from now? Is that the future that you want? Or do you actually want to do something about this? This can work for you. So make it your priority, show up, and we're happy to help you. Okay, that's it. Tough love coaching ended. Next.
The challenge seems so promising and has lots of value in it. So many people are asking, why are you offering this for free?
Well, I got locked down in the Philippines in 2000, last year, and that was at the start of the pandemic when I was there to spend time with my daughter. But I got locked in a city that was next to my daughter, so I couldn't see my daughter. And I don't know many people there. I mean, I don't know anyone there. And so I was in quarantine for 28 days because the first 14 days didn't count. And I had lots of time on my hand. And I've been wanting to create a 30-day challenge already for a long time, but I didn't have time for it, or I didn't want to make the time for it. That's probably the real reason. And now I had nothing. I was working out online with my friend. I was having lunch with my friends online, but it was all online. And so I'm like, great, I'm going to dedicate this time to do something productive, to do something good. There's a lot of fear going on now for people, and so let's make this something empowered, and especially for people with social anxiety, because this stuff is eventually going to be over, fingers crossed. Right? That was my idea. This pandemic is not going to happen forever. Now we're locked up inside, but eventually we can go out. So how about we work on our social anxiety right now, so that once we can go out again into the real world, we get out into the real world with renewed confidence, more ease. I thought this is just a perfect time for it. And, the more you give, the more you get. So that's a good mindset to come from in life in general. So there you go.
Yeah. And that amazing idea of yours during that pandemic helped thousands of people. This is our 4th time running the challenge. And before we end, is there anything else you want to say? Any last words?
Well, yeah. Yeah. Show up. Sign up, and don't just sign up, actually show up. This is really going to help you, but it's only going to help you if you actually do the exercises. So show up, enjoy the challenge. If you feel like it, participate in the comment section. It's going to help you even more, because you'll have more of a sense of community. It's going to reduce things for you. You're going to build more self-acceptance. You're no longer going to feel so alone, because you're going to see all of these other people that are dealing with the same issues that you're dealing with. And a lot of people that struggle with social anxiety, they think there's something wrong with them. They think they're not good enough. They think everyone's out to get them. And the problems that you're having are so similar. It's not 100% the same for everyone, but there's so many commonalities, and you're going to get a sense of, oh my God, I'm not alone in this. And other people have overcome this. I can overcome this too. That alone, that in and of itself is worth participating in the challenge. But then you're actually going to do these practical exercises and get relief, feel better, have a better perspective, discover the 5 stages to go from social anxiety to social confidence, discover the blueprint to social confidence. And you're going to be guided step by step by step. This is really, really amazing. I'm very fortunate that I've been able to overcome this. And I want to share how it is possible for you to overcome this too, because it really is possible. Okay. I've been preaching this since 2009 for a reason. This stuff really works, and it's different than anything you've ever tried. 100% guaranteed. Okay, so come join us, and this is gonna rock your world. Kick 2022 off with a bang, and finally start putting that problem of social anxiety in the past, so you can move on and create the life that you really want, where you connect with people, where you feel at ease, where you enjoy socializing, where you have a good time. You can be yourself. Imagine if you could be yourself with anyone, everywhere. What would life be then like? That is a journey to getting to that place. And it's not always easy. It's definitely challenging. And it's an up and down journey, but the rewards are worth it. And not taking action causes you to stay stuck in that suffering, to stay stuck in that pain. So it's actually more painful and more challenging to not take any action. So come join us and, start to liberate yourself. 1st of January, be there.
That's right.
Right.
Last
Go to
2 weeks to go before we start our challenge. And if you want to join us. Join us.
Okay.
Just go to bit.ly/social confidence challenge.
Exactly.
That's it. We hope to see you all inside the challenge. We're very eagerly looking forward to see you there. Not only just me, Seb, May, but all the rest of the people who will be helping us in the comment section from the club, from the previous challenges. We are looking forward to see you inside.
Exactly. So go to bit.ly/social confidence challenge.
That's
exactly.
It. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Sam.
That's it. Thank you. Bye-bye.